Testing 1 2 testing. All right, we're good. It's been a while, guys. What's good? We're back with another video. I wanted to talk about today, and I wanted to share a story on what got me into boxing and primarily MMA. So I was sitting down, right, and I was just doing my assignments like regular, and it hit me. I said, wait, I've been uploading shadow boxing videos, but I haven't really talked about what got me into it. And I thought, you know what? It's a really good idea. So I stopped what I'm doing. I made us. It took a few days for me to gather all what I have to gather, and this is gonna be me sitting down. What I'm doing right now is that we're just gonna be talking about what got me into it. Let's go. It all started when I was in middle school, about 10 years old. I will never forget the day when I first got into MMA. Here's a funny story, right? So you know how like every middle school you got elective classes, like so every Friday I believe we had like elective classes. There was advisory and then there was elective. Advisory is kind of like an offside class thing where we have like a random teacher from a random grade within your middle school or high school. And it could be the most chillest class or it could be the most stressful class. It really depends if they want to really add work or not, but they still have to put something inside it, right? But elective was a little different. Because this was club activities exclusive. Originally, I wanted to do chess, but my father at the time said no. Till this very day, I have no idea why he didn't want me to do chess. Hey, I'm just going off of what I'm doing. When I heard about MMA, I didn't know it meant mixed martial arts. I thought it was something something completely different, right? So I went, and I remember the first day there. On how, as well, my sensei at the time, he definitely wasn't easy on kids, but looking back at it now, he really did care from the start. It was just really more like a test. There was so many people coming in, but as the days went by, the numbers started to go down, and until it only reached about like a couple tens. We went from like maybe like 20, 30 kids to about maybe like less than 10 kids. I could be completely. I don't remember exactly the accurate number, but I'll never forget what he told us in the beginning. That martial arts is more than just. It's more than just for show. Is It's to build. It's to be able to build wisdom. It's to be able to. It's to be able to give you the. It's to be able to build wisdom. It's to be able to give you the key of mind, and it gives you the power to defend. Only use it when it's necessary, because in a fight, you're not fighting. You're defending. You're basically utilizing your entire body because you're in a constant flow state. It's like when you're meditating, you're in a flow state. That's just how it is. When you're doing stuff like this all the time, you're constantly in a flow state too. I don't have any early pictures because at the time I did not have any devices. Like I didn't even like I don't I didn't have any smartphones at the time. I had an iPod Touch, but I didn't get that iPod Touch until when I was like 12 years old. 13 years old, around 7th to 8th grade. So all of my early performance achievements, feats, and everything else is lost in the archive. But it's just memories, man. It's just memories I could just pass down the wisdom and knowledge and what I've learned over the years. I'll never forget the time where I didn't went. The first week or two, I didn't went. I usually like I will show up. I will show up for like about a day or two, then I'll leave. I didn't have that mindset. My mindset was, I wake up, go to school, and go home. That was like that was that constant cycle that was conditioned for years. I broke out of that cycle when after school was introduced. I kind of felt like as well. But what made me go back? I felt like one day after school, I really wanted to give it a chance, and I said, you know what, let's do this. So I did. I remember, I remember moving from a, I remember moving up the rank after just spending a whole week, because basically we would exercise, but we would also practice a lot of our moves and techniques. Now I know on the channel I often do a lot of. I know on the channel I do a lot of boxing, but a long time ago I used to do a lot of capoeira, and that is a whole nother story that I gotta share on that as well. I used to do a lot of mix. I used to do a lot of MMA and capoeira. So you probably see it sometimes whenever I'm performing. I usually keep my position, but I'm always doing the exact same movements that I've always remembered what I've done all those years ago. Even like long after, I'm still basically improving as well. The only thing is just that I'm lacking stretching. I want to be able to continue uploading consistently, but I don't know if shadow boxing continuously is going to be the way. Now, I want to still upload it, yes, but I might have to reduce that down to like at least once, maybe twice, maybe three times a week. So I have a so I have like a bit of balance, and maybe somewhere in between I could probably just sit down and have one of those type of videos where I can just sit down, unfiltered, unraw, unedit, and we just talk about life, like this for example. I swear I got something in my hair. So I think that's what I really want to focus on, like as well. Now I'm still gonna upload shadow boxing videos regardless, because that's really what's keeping me driving every single day. Coming here, seeing you guys, and I've seen a lot, man. But the best way how I can describe this is that life is self. I always talk about how we always gotta get our shit together in life, but it's true. It's true. No matter what you want to do, no matter what you want to do in life, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You don't have to force yourself to do something that the world wants you to do, you know? For example, like if you don't feel like college is the answer for you, that's okay, you know? Especially like when you graduate out of high school. Like if you don't feel like if you don't feel like it's just not there for you, then take a year gap. You know what I'm saying? Go do something. Go do something with your life. Rest the mind. Explore the world if you can. Find a job if you want to. Join the military or volunteer. Be a peace treaty. Travel around the world. Do something. But don't force yourself to do something because everyone else expects you to do it. Don't always have this expectation of others. Always put your trust into faith into yourself. What works for you, works for you. And even for me, don't always take everything what I always say, cause I don't want people to come here or anywhere else, and they take these advices because I'm giving some form of influence. Always utilize critical thinking. That's the most important thing. Just have common sense. Just criticize everything what you see, and just think about it through. Think about what he or she is saying. Is it 100% or not? Should I trust this person? Should I follow along as well? Because at the end of the day, I'm only really just giving. I'm only just giving just advices and just pure wisdom and knowledge. That's all I'm just doing. Like, I ain't a self-made millionaire. Now, but we're working on it. We're working on it though. We're working on that. But that's just life, man. You know, even me right now, like even me right now, I've always thinking about like if college is really worth everything, and if not, I still believe that there are other routes you can always still go to. But sometimes you don't always have to follow everything what your family expects you to do. You know, not every family members, not every family or family member shares that same value. Some are just, some some just want to be able to, some just want to be able to hold on to what they already have as long as they possibly can. But even then, that individual must know that time itself is only a matter of time. You can't force anyone to do something what you want to do. And that's really what a lot of people would want to do, is to show some form of dominance. I get that I get that people want to protect people, and I get people want to be able to look out for people, but just talk to them. You're a human being after all, right? You can't force them to do something because you don't like it. It's called disagreement. A disagreement of two individuals just does not two individuals that just does not have that just have different takes on things. Everyone is entitled to everyone has the rights to not agree with somebody, but I don't like how it always ends with, oh, then you don't then you can't live here, or they don't talk to you anymore. Like, they get so mad for no good reason, and it's like, I'm just sitting here like, but no, it's my choice. I don't know. Some people just think, I don't know, man. Some people just baby people to the very end of time. And then some people will do everything in their powers to kind of give them everything what they didn't have. And you can see that. You can see that in some people. They'll do everything in their power. They'll do everything to give them what they didn't have. And it's like, it's not really about what's giving what you have. It's more about giving them, it's more about just giving them love. It's just, that's all that it really is. It's just giving love. But my moral story is simple. Keep chasing your dreams. Don't let it die. Do what you have to do. And most of all, stop listening. And most of all, can you also do me a favor as well? Just you and me for a second. If you have something in mind and if you want to do it, just do it already. Stop telling people about it, and then someone's gonna tell you no, and you listen to that person, and you never gonna do it. Whatever you got going on, zip it, lock it, put it in your pocket. All right. Just work in silence. Remove in silence. That's all that matters. You do the work. You do the process. By the time everything is already in play, if you want to tell them, by all means you can. If not, you can't as well. But by then, what they're gonna do? They can't stop you because it's already happened. They won't have time to react because it's already too late. It's not about where it starts. It's about where it ends. But other than that, though, I'll see y'all next time. The grind don't stop until it stops, yo. Later.